No, it is Jackson. So your applause going for Jackson Palmer.
I am Jackson Palmer. As I'm sure you can tell from my persona, I'm extremely wise. I was actually with some people the other day, spreading wisdom, as I do. And one of them told me, it was like, Jackson, you're as wise as an owl. Like, what a dickhead. I won't stand for this pro-owl propaganda any longer. I just don't, you know how big an owl's brain is? It's the size of a walnut. It's just the audacity to compare me to that. Like, you know how big my brain is? Several walnuts at least. I just don't get it, man. Like, why have we decided that they're the wise ones? Apparently it's because they've got big eyes, so they're all seeing. But if I had eyes proportionally as large as an owl's, you wouldn't be calling me wise. You'd be hearing my tragic story of bullying and harassment on Sunrise. I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. Man, it's outrageous. And this outrageous stereotype doesn't end there either. Do you know a group of owls? It's called a parliament. There's an issue with this for two reasons. Not only does it imply that owls are wise, but so are politicians, which I don't think it's we've all seen the stuff this week, right, about ScoMo, he's signed himself up 6 jobs, and we sit at all of them. At that point, you've really got to think maybe it's just the wrong career, you know? I just think politics isn't for you, Scott. Maybe the end of game Maccas might be looking for a cleaner. I don't know. Look, I'll stay away from politics. I don't really like conflict. I avoid conflict because I just can't risk getting into a fight. I just know I'd lose. I would lose. Look at me. You know, an aggressive gust of wind would snap me in half. The best case scenario, I lose with some dignity. Most likely, I'm going to stand there like a stick insect having a medical episode, and it's just it'll be ugly and it'll be quick. That's all I know. I have been in one fight. I've been in one fight ever. I got into a fight with 2 Irish children. I was also a child, actually. That was a key fact. I should have led with that. I got into a fight with 2 Irish children as a child. Not that I think I can take on 2 Irish children now. One Irish child, I think I've got covered. 2 Irish children, that's 8 limbs of Irish fury right there. Or as we used to call it in the hood, a paddy long legs. That's what that is. I got into a fight with 2 Irish children. I say fight, they jumped me. I have no idea who these pig kids were. I don't get it. I don't know the reason to this day. I don't know the specific reason. I was a very punchable kid. I had a puffy face and a weird shuffle walk. Picture a penguin with a seafood allergy. That was me. It was a rough life I lived back then. This happened to the calendar shop as well. You know the calendar shops. You know the ones in the middle of shopping centres. You know the calendar shops that you've never bought a calendar from. How are they staying in business? I don't get it. No one's ever bought a calendar except for in December, and the demographic has really taken a hit recently. Anyway, only my grandparents buy them, and I just don't like them, to be honest. Not my grandparents, I like my grandparents. I just don't like calendars, actually, I realised. I don't like, they say, people they like the pictures for decoration and all that. But it's 2022, if I just use Google if I want 12 pictures of topless firefighters, I get it, we've got to support the firefighters. It's a struggling industry. As calendar sales have been going down, bushfires have been going up. That is a true statistic, I believe. I have just made it up, but I'm fairly certain that checks out. It cannot be a coincidence. It cannot be a coincidence. So, I think they have to find a new way of earning some money. Maybe some topless firefighter NFTs, I'd say. That would be good. So I got into a fight with 2 Irish children. I forgot, yeah, that's the story. I got into a fight with 2 Irish children in a calendar shop as a child. And it was ugly, man. They were just attacking me. And they kept calling me a jackass in an Irish accent, which I'm sure I would have found funny if I wasn't crying. And eventually I got saved. I did get saved. I thought it was over for me. But I got saved by a big man of all people. That was weird. And then they got arrested, but not for assaulting me, but for throwing eggs, which is weird. Like I feel like if you committed 2 crimes in one day, you want to go down for the assault, don't you? Like that's just like, at least you assault, you get some street cred. Eggs, you don't get street cred for eggs. I can tell you that much. But yeah, man. No, it was. I thought it was over for me. I was like, the good die young. It's okay. But it's apparently it's either I'm not good, or if the good die young, why am I still here? That's what I say. But yeah, no, that's the story of the tragedy of my childhood. That's what happened to my childhood, I believe. So yeah, no, that's it. That's all I've got. But yeah, I've been Jackson Palmer.
Jackson Palmer, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely.